Hey folks, this is Christian Knife Guy here with a knife review for you. Not too many of these come across the channel, and I got mixed feelings about them. A lot of people are going to argue with me, but that's okay. We're all entitled to our opinions. But if you're going to use vulgar language in the comments, I ask that you refrain from that, because this right here will upset some people, and some people may agree. I have here a copy, clone, what you would call it, of a Spyderco paramilitary 2. So let's go over the whole thing first before we get to the knife, because really what I'm about is knife quality, as far as cheap budget knives and high dollar knives. So first of all, I don't have a real Spyderco paramilitary 2 to compare it at, but we'll go over the box. The box from a distance can look pretty legit. Can look just like a real one, minus this would be the other way around, and you'd have their label sticker right here. The back of it is all pretty. I've seen somebody say that some word on here was misspelled. Printed in China. Even the real box is printed in China. I had already take this out because I made a lanyard and threw on it. Got your plastic, and it comes with a little foam, and it comes with this. This right here is where it's at. This is actually smaller than the regular one, and there's some misprinting right here on thanks. Put an X instead of a Y or a K. Yes. I mean, the website's right. Address is right. I don't know if the phone numbers are right. Throughout this, there's some misspellings. But we're not here for the paperwork. We're here for the knife. So set that out of the way. I mean, that's pretty decent packaging for what you're getting. I'm already impressed with the packaging. Okay, the knife, the orange scale were sprint runs on the real deal, and they came in certain types of blade steel. I've been playing with this one and adjusting it, and I've taken it apart and I've polished right in here on the blade, so it would make it more smoother and close when I, because it was really stiff feeling. It's got a really good detent, like you can pinch this and push out, and it's not going to just come flying out. You got to take a little bit of force. Right there's your detent. You're right. There, right there. It's where you hear it hit in. Overall impressed with the screws. Focus. So you're not going to focus today, are you? These are T-type screws. Very nice. They're easy to get in. They don't strip out. You can feel that this spider on here is indeed etched in. It's not just draw it on, it's like laser etched in. So it's not going nowhere. And the pattern from the real one seemed to be about the same. So let's say you lost your pocket clip taking it off, or you swapped it with an aftermarket. The aftermarket broke, you got rid of this one, you need a pocket clip. These knives are cheap enough to buy them just for the screws and the pocket clip. And if anything, the scales might malk up. I don't know for sure, but they may malk up. If they malk up, you can get a set of scales for your knife. If anything, even the blade it's a nice blade. I mean, they do a good job at cloning them. Don't take that away from them. This came centered, and I did my best to center it right back up. And I did a pretty decent job, it looks like. And it came with a decent edge, but I ran it on my sharpener just to sharpen it up even more because I like my knives to be somewhat decently sharpened. So I didn't do a whole lot to it. I got a Smith's, little Smith's thingy. Picked it up at Walmart. And it's got a coarse and fine on each side and a little end that comes out for a diamond thing for serrated edges. I just ran it on both of them coarse and fine a couple times and just to fine the edge up because there were little burrs on it and it slices. So that did absolutely nothing but get any burrs I had off of it off and smooth it out. So it comes with a decent edge. It says it's it says it's S30V. I don't know for sure because I haven't used it enough to dull it to have to sharpen it, so I couldn't tell you if it sharpens. But I'm gonna say right now it's definitely not a 440C. It's definitely a higher grade blade steel than that. Now comes the thing where we're talking. This is saying it's USA made and it's made in China. Okay, yeah. Why would you do that? Well, they're trying to target people and sell stuff. But for the quality that you're getting, detent screws right here a little bit loose. Had to have that backed out a little bit just to have this more loosened right there. I'll have to fix that. It's not bad, it's not gonna fall out. Sometimes you can just kind of tighten them like that. Any more tight, you start getting too much pressure here. There's some thread lock to hold it in place. Let's get back on subject. We was talking about the USA and China deal. China's been making knives for years. In fact, Spyderco has a few knives that are made in China on their line, and people will pay the price for them. They'll pay $100, $150 for that knife. It's made in China or made in Japan, made, overseas. But when it comes down to a knife made in China with the Spyderco, because they know it's not legit, how do you know that they're getting this from somehow? How do you know it's not like these are second boxes? They didn't pass inspection, so they chucked them. How do you know that they're not tampering? How do you know that the scales aren't being made in China and shipped to the USA to be made on the knives? Excuse me. How do we know that? That these are just extras that didn't pass quality, so they didn't want to throw them away. So they decided, well, let's mill out some blades. How do we know they're not secretly doing this? China's a pretty tricky country. They're pretty scandalous when it comes to certain things like this. I mean, they're like the bootleg capital of the world, where you're gonna get all your bootleg copy stuff. But I mean, even the copy stuff is pretty good quality at the price that you're paying. You're like, I'm blown away at the quality of this knife. And some of you guys will get a clone in your hand. You're like, I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to even feel it. Just pick one up and feel it. Now, I'm not saying, you'll be converted. You'll just start buying these. No, by any means. Stick to your beliefs, but give it a shot and fill it out. Carry it for a day. You're going to have to go through it and you're going to have to adjust it to where it's set for you. You're going to have to loosen your detent. There might be little burrs on the blade. Spend some time, clean it up, set it up for you, and carry it for a day. I guarantee this, on days when you have to go to work and you're going to be out in the yard doing work, you're going to throw this in your pocket versus your real one that you're going to take when you go out, hang out with some friends or something, or you're going out to the store with the family or something, or going out to the restaurant. You carry your knife. You're going to carry your $100 one. And you'll use it every once in a while, but we're just out cutting garden hose, trimming vines, out working in the garage. You need to cut box open or package open or something. Why not carry a $20, $25, $30? I don't know what they're going for. Copy, clone. That way when you beat it up, you're not worried about it. This is good quality for the price. So just keep in mind, it's low budget. It's a budget friendly knife. That's what I'm all about, budget friendly knives. So until next time, stay safe and don't cut yourself, my friends.